Hey everyone, I just want to come on really fast and do a quick update video on Ian. We are not evacuating. As of 30 minutes ago, it changed path. And it can change again, we just don't know. But as of 30 minutes ago, it showed it coming in 2 hours away from us, 2 hours south of us. So even if it did come in at Tampa, we can't evacuate. The shelters here, the one that allows you to bring your pets, you have to have them in a metal crate. We only have a soft-sided crate that we use in the back of our SUV when we're traveling. I hate metal crates. I just think they're cruel. But anyway, you know, each to their own. I don't like the metal crates. So I don't own one. So, and another thing is, our female beagle is not long for this world. Our male beagle has storm anxiety and has to be medicated. So they have to be separated from us in another area. And I don't think either one of them need to go through that traumatic experience. I don't think either one of them can handle that traumatic of an experience right now at this point in their lives. I mean, our beagles are like 15 and 16 years old. Excuse me. Other than that, you see how I have my priorities. I'm sorry. No, let's switch this priority around. My husband is very sick. He is on oxygen. He is on a lot of medication right now. He is having a lot of trouble breathing. To separate him from his dogs right now will cause him more anxiety and more stress. Plus, I don't really feel safe with that many people crammed into a shelter, that it would not just make his condition worse. So we're going to stay in our house. We have secured as much as we can. Our son is bringing his crew over this afternoon to secure the rest outside. We have plenty of water, we have plenty of food, and as you all know, we are campers. So if worse comes to worse, if we lose power or have structural damage, we can go into our Class A because it has a built-in generator. We have a generator here at the house, but that will run the inside refrigerator, freezer, and the freezer in the garage, and that's about it. So, being in campers, we have battery-operated fans, we have tons of push lights, we have lots of lanterns, we have lots of flashlights, we have candles out the wazoo. So we're going to be okay. And, you know, canned goods, yeah, we're overstocked. So we're going to be okay. You know, I'll cook up a few things today that only has to be heated up on the outside grill. We have a grill and a fire pit we can cook on if we have to. We have sandwich stuff here. We have an igloo cooler that we can put stuff in and it'll stay cold for a week. So, you know, being a camper is helping us. If you're not a camper and you're in the path of the hurricane, I strongly suggest you get to Walmart and hit the camping section. Get you a percolator. Get you one of the little cooktop, I don't even know what to call it. It's a portable stove that you can put a sterno can on, or you can also get this little tripod thing that you can put over a wood fire and cook in it. Do not put a generator inside your house. Please do not put a generator inside your house. Don't put it in your garage. Put it outside and make sure you have the industrial extension cords, the big, thick, heavy extension cords to run inside. Put that generator outside. If it's storming, it's going to run. It doesn't matter. Just do not put it inside or inside your garage, because you're asking for serious trouble if you do. Tampa is already shut down. I mean, this is a huge city, guys. It is shut down. The airport is closing at 5 o'clock today. All the government offices, all the schools, the majority of the stores, businesses, everything. They closed yesterday, and they're not reopening. I think they are predicting Thursday or Friday. Doesn't make any sense to open schools on Friday, and I'm kind of concerned because the schools are the shelters. So, thankfully, where our boys go is not a designated shelter, so they don't have to sanitize it. But if they send everybody out of there on Thursday and open school back up on Friday, how much sanitizing are they doing to that area? Think about it. Do you want your children going back in there and you don't know who's in there sick with what? Nah, we're staying home. I will update as much as I can when I can. Tampa is turning off power to designated areas starting at 3 o'clock today. I don't understand that, but they're doing it. They're saying it'll help when it comes to getting the power back on to those that have lost it. Okay, I still don't understand that, but hey, do what you gotta do. They are telling everybody if you're 20 miles from the bay, you are under mandatory evacuation. Right now, we're not under mandatory. We are 21.4 miles from the bay. So, we're hoping that doesn't change, and even if it does, we're not leaving. We can't leave. I cannot take my husband into a shelter in his current medical condition. I can't and I won't. I mean, I would have to take him to the hospital, and me and the dogs would have to go to a shelter because there is no way, as sick as he is right now, I'm taking him into a shelter. Not only for his sake, but for other people's sake. He has a severe upper respiratory infection. He has a sinus infection. He is having trouble breathing. He is coughing like the plague. I'm just not going to do it. Even with a mask on, I'm not taking him in there. So I have videos scheduled up through the first week of October. If you don't see anything after that, just know I'll try to update from my phone when I can. But if you don't see anything after that, then you know I just don't have access to electricity or internet. I can probably do a short video from my phone and upload that, but I don't know. It all depends on what's going on. There are two families of us here that will have to be helping each other out with, clearing any damages and so forth. So we're just going to, probably be pretty busy after the storm if the impact hits us like they say. We're used to bad storms. We're not used to 125-mile-an-hour winds. That is totally new. Well, except during hurricanes. We've been lucky for the last couple of years and have not gotten the worst brunt of any of them. So if it changes path again and does come right over top of us, I'm sure we won't have power for at least a week. Because that's how Tampa works. The people that are taking electricity away from now will get power. We won't. So, just stay tuned. When I can update, I will update. It is supposed to hit us starting tonight, in the middle of the night. The worst of it maybe tomorrow night. So, just stay tuned and I'll update when I can, and pray for Florida and everywhere that storm is going to go, because they're saying it's going to weaken and strengthen, and you just never know. You don't know, because one channel will be and so hyped up, and another channel will say, hey, don't panic until we panic, and they're very calm, and that's the channel I'll listen to. That's WFLA in Florida, because they're just calm, and they tell you what you need to know when you need to know it, and they don't hype you up and terrify the entire state. Governor DeSantis has declared a state of emergency here. So, for the entire state, we just don't know who is going to be the worst. And like with any hurricane, until it hits, you don't know what path it's really going to take. So, we're not going to panic. We're going to remain calm. We are prepared for the worst and hope for the best. And I strongly suggest anybody else in Florida do the same thing. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and just be ready. But don't stress yourself out over it, because you can't change it. Alright guys, thanks for watching and listening, and I will update when I can. Like I said, between us and our son and the boys, if it comes into Tampa, we're going to have a lot of cleanup afterwards. So, just stay tuned and I'll let you know when I can. Love you guys. Prayers appreciated for everybody in the path. See you later.